Want to speak real French from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at FrenchPod101.com.
Welcome back, watchers! This week we are going to talk about 10 phrases to amaze native speakers. Let's go! Il m'a fallu 1 an seulement pour parler couramment. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. Il m'a fallu 1 an seulement pour parler couramment. It took me only 1 year to become fluent. I would be really amazed if you told me that in French. J'ai parfaitement compris tout ce que vous avez dit. I completely understood everything you said. J'ai parfaitement compris tout ce que vous avez dit. I completely understood everything you said. Nice. Très bien. Very good. J'apprends le français depuis 10 ans. I've been learning French for 10 years. J'apprends le français depuis 10 ans. I've been learning French for 10 years. And it took you only 1 year to become fluent. Nice. 10 years is a long way to go, but it may be the time you need to learn a language properly, actually. J'apprends le français par moi-même. I'm learning French all by myself. J'apprends le français par moi-même. I'm learning French all by myself. All by myself. I'm learning French all by... Now you're learning French with me. Je parlerai français comme un locuteur natif dans 3 ans. I speak French like a native speaker in 3 years. Je parlerai français comme un locuteur natif dans 3 ans. I'll speak French like a native speaker in 3 years. Good luck with that. Je peux mémoriser environ 50 nouveaux mots français par jour. I can memorize around 50 new French words a day. Je peux mémoriser environ 50 nouveaux mots français par jour. I can memorize around 50 new French words a day. Wow, that's amazing, yeah. That's really amazing, so yeah, if you told me that in French, I would be amazed. Je peux regarder des films français sans sous-titres. I can watch French movies without subtitles. Je peux regarder des films français sans sous-titres. I can watch French movies without subtitles. Man, and this is also really good, and it's a really good way to learn as well. So do it whenever you can. You can try by starting to watch Le fabuleux destin d'Amélie Poulain. It's a very famous French movie. Je sais aussi parler quelques autres langues à part le français. Apart from knowing French, I can speak a few other languages as well. Je sais aussi parler quelques autres langues à part le français. Apart from knowing French, I can speak another few languages as well. Good job! I bet you can also speak English! That's already 2 languages! Le français est amusant et facile à apprendre. French is fun and easy to learn. Le français est amusant et facile à apprendre. French is fun and easy to learn! Well, I'm glad you enjoy it, and I hope you will continue to enjoy the lessons with me as well. Merci, mais en fait, je ne suis pas un locuteur natif. Thank you, but I'm not a native speaker, actually. Merci, mais en fait, je ne suis pas un locuteur natif. Thank you, but I'm not a native speaker, actually. Wow! If someone tells you this, it means not only you're really good at speaking French, but you also got no accent at all. And it's the end! So don't forget to subscribe to learn more French. And what's the best sentence you can say in French? Amaze me in the comments. And we'll see you next time! See you guys, and girls, and watchers, and kittens.
Hi everybody, Candice here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I answer your most common French questions. The question for this lesson is, how can I use French slang? There are a lot of words you hear in French that you'll almost never see written. In fact, there are many expressions that are unique to spoken French. Take quoi at the end of a sentence, for example. Quoi, in spoken French, doesn't just mean what. When used at the end of a sentence, it's a filler word that adds emphasis. If you're talking about something with your friend and she says, c'est normal quoi, she isn't asking a question. In English, it would sound something like, this is quite normal. She's emphasizing how average or usual the situation is. A very popular slang word among young people is genre. It can be translated to the filler word like in English. For example, c'était genre trop bien would be, it was like amazing. Another common word that's used differently in spoken slang is se casser, which means to go separate ways or to split up. Say you're at lunch with some friends and you have another appointment to go to. You might say on se casse to signal the end of the get-together. The closest equivalent would be let's get out of here. However, be careful when you use it, because it can come off as a little rude. On a similar note, casse-toi means get lost, which can be mean or playful, so be careful with this one too. Let's look at some words you'll usually only use in conversation. Un boulot is literally a job. Boulot comes from the French verb boulotter, which means to work with secrecy. Its nuance is more of what I do to get by, rather than what I do for a living, which would be le travail. Un petit boulot, or sometimes just un boulot, is a part-time or odd job. Un bouquin is the casual word for a book. Bouquin comes from the Dutch boek, which also means book and has a similar pronunciation. France has a strong academic culture and informal discussions over books happen often. So many people use bouquin in more casual settings instead of livre, which is the formal way to say book. The word buffet means to scarf down food, when you're really hungry and not paying attention to your manners. It's not an insult though. Everyone understands the need to buffet sometimes, especially after a long, hard day of work. However, because of France's vibrant culinary culture, buffet isn't a word you'll come across in polite circles. Ouf is an interjection you'll hear often. It means you're relieved after you've done or gone through something crazy. You can use it as an adjective too, like c'est ouf when you're talking about a crazy situation. It most closely translates to that's sick or simply that's crazy. You can even describe a person as un ouf, which means someone who's lost his mind. Ouf actually comes from verlan, which is a pattern of slang in French. We'll talk about that more in another lesson. Here are a couple more common slang words. Kiffer means to dig something or to like something. Dingue means crazy, either in a good way or a bad way. Another one is chiant, a vulgar slang word which means really annoying. How was it? Go ahead and try them out. At your own risk, of course. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll try to answer them. À bientôt! See you soon! Hi everybody, Candice here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I'll answer some of your most common French questions. The question for this lesson is, when do you use the direct object pronouns le, la, and les versus the indirect object pronouns lui and leur? Sometimes you want to shorten a sentence with a pronoun rather than use the same noun again. This is similar to how we use it in English. In place of nouns we have already said, such as, did you see that movie yesterday? Yes, I saw it. In French, pronouns come right before a verb to simplify a sentence. For example, if your friend asks you, tu aimes ce roman? Do you like this novel? Instead of, oui, j'aime ce roman. Yes, I like this novel. You might say, oui, je l'aime. Yes, I like it. In this case, you put the pronoun after the subject, je, and before the verb, aimer. But how do you know which pronoun to use? Le, la, and les are used with nouns that are directly attached to the verb. That means you don't need the preposition a. For example, aimer, meaning to like, is one of those verbs. For aimer, we use the L apostrophe in the singular because aimer begins with a vowel. In this case, je l'aime. In the plural, we would use les. So if you were referring to several novels, you'd say je les aime. Here's another example. La porte est ouverte. Je la ferme. The door is open. I'm closing it. La here refers to la porte, the door, which is feminine. Here's one in the masculine. Someone says, le document est sur la table. The document is on the table. You respond, je ne le trouve pas. I can't find it. Or, I don't find it. Le, before trouve, refers to le document. Lui and leur, on the other hand, are usually only for people, not things. Verbs that use lui and leur use the preposition a. The most common example is probably parler. For example, je parle souvent à ma sœur. I speak often with my sister. Becomes je lui parle souvent. Here, lui, which would be similar to the English with her, refers to ma sœur, which would be my sister. If you're talking about more than one person, you would use leur. I am talking to my brothers would be je parle à mes frères. With the pronoun, it would become je leur parle, meaning I am talking to them. In the command form, you put the pronoun after the verb with a hyphen. That applies to both forms of pronouns. So tell them the truth would be dis-leur la vérité. Another example in the command form is the door is open, close it. La porte est ouverte, ferme-la. Did you get it? Not so bad, right? If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below and I try to answer them. À bientôt. See you soon.
So welcome back to French Weekly Words, and this week is going to be 10 lines you need for introducing yourself. Here we go. Comment t'appelles-tu? What's your name? Bonjour, comment t'appelles-tu? Hello, what's your name? Es-tu déjà allé en France? Have you been to France? So yeah, people will be like, es-tu déjà allé en France? And then you can answer, no, it's my first time. So non, c'est ma première fois. Comment vas-tu? How are you? How you doing? Comment vas-tu? When you meet someone in the morning, you're like, hey, hi, how you doing? Hey, salut, comment vas-tu? Or, comment ça va? Usually when you're speaking with friends, it's comment ça va. So, hey, comment ça va? Ça va bien. Something like that. Aimes-tu la cuisine française? Do you like French food? Come on, everyone likes French food. It's the bestest in the world. So tell me in the comment if you like French food and what's your favorite French food, because we got plenty of it. My favorite French food is croissant. You can have them for breakfast. They are buttery and yummy and crunchy and everything. C'est quand votre anniversaire? When is your birthday? This one is quite polite, and if you want to use a less formal version, it would be c'est quand ton anniversaire? My birthday is, mon anniversaire est. Dun, dun, dun. D'où venez-vous? Where are you from? I'm from France! So, d'où venez-vous? Where are you from? Well, obviously I'm from France. Where are you from? Où as-tu appris le français? Where did you learn French? On FrenchPod101.com! That's what you are here. So if you are really good and speak French to people pretty easily, they will be like, oh, où as-tu appris le français? Where do you learn French? Tell them you watch Lia's video. Où habitez-vous? Where do you live? Where do you guys live? So yeah, if you are traveling to France, this will also be a question you will commonly be asked. So, où habitez-vous? I live in America. Où sont les toilettes? Where is the bathroom? This is an important sentence to know when you are going to a restaurant or wherever in the metro. Don't go to the toilet in the metro because first you have to pay for it, then it's super dirty. Toilette in French, it's a plural noun because you have to look for many toilets before finding one that's clean. That's what we say in French. So yeah, don't hesitate to ask, but maybe you will be surprised. Où sont les toilettes? Où travaillez-vous? Where do you work? Or, où travailles-tu? For the more casual version. Je travaille en tant que designer. I work as a designer. This is fancy to say, so just go with it. Yeah. So that's it for this week. Don't forget to subscribe wherever it is and go to the website to learn more French. See you next time. Bye. Nice, baby.
Hi everybody, Candice here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I answer your most common French questions. The question for this lesson is, what does si mean and how do you use it? Si has two main meanings. The first meaning is if, and the second one is yes, but only to negative questions. Let's go over if first. If you want to say, if you come to the party, Madeleine will come too. You use si. Si tu viens à la fête, Madeleine vient aussi. A common expression using si is si tu veux, meaning if you want. For example, si tu veux, on y va ensemble. If you want, we'll go there together. Note that if you use si with il or il plural, you abbreviate it to seal and seal to avoid repeating the same letter. So with il, the expression is s'il veut, je peux cuisiner. If he wants, I can cook. The other meaning of si is a little trickier, but I'm sure you'll get it in no time. You know questions that have negative phrasing like, won't you be cold? Or, aren't you coming? In English, if your answer is yes, you'd say something like, yes, I'm coming, or actually yes, I will be cold. In French, yes in response to a negative question is different from a yes to a positive question. Are you coming? Or tu viens? Is a positive question. If you answer yes, you would answer oui. On the other hand, if someone asks you, aren't you coming? And your answer is still yes, then you will say si. Tu ne viens pas chez nous? Aren't you coming over to our place? Is a negative question, so you'd respond, si je viens, yes, I'm coming. In a way, si puts yes and no into one word. It's kind of like saying, no, what you just say is wrong, but yes, I'm agreeing. Here are a couple more examples. Il ne va pas nettoyer la cuisine? Isn't he going to clean the kitchen? And si, il va la nettoyer. Yes, he'll clean it. Or this one, tu n'es pas malade? Aren't you sick? And si, mais c'est un petit rhume. Yes, but it's a small cold. How was it? Did I help clear things up? If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll try to answer them. À bientôt! Hi everybody, Candice here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I answer your most common French questions. The question for this lesson is, when and how do you use en? En is a pronoun that you use to replace a noun. This is to make your sentences shorter and easier to say. It's used in three ways. First, en can be used as a pronoun in place of uncountable nouns or indefinite plural nouns. Let's dive into some examples so you can learn how to use en correctly. Let's look at this short conversation. One person says, tu achètes des pommes? Meaning, are you buying apples? The other responds, oui, j'en achète 1 kilo. Meaning, yes, I'm buying 1 kilogram of them. Here, en refers to des pommes, or apples. It's simpler than saying, oui, j'achète 1 kilo de pommes. Yes, I'm buying 1 kilogram of apples. We also use en for uncountable nouns like water, de l'eau, or milk, du lait. For example, if someone asks you, tu veux de l'eau? Meaning, do you want some water? You can reply, oui, j'en veux bien, merci. Meaning, yes, I would like some, thank you. The second use of en is as a pronoun for verbs that use the preposition de. For example, avoir envie de, meaning to feel like, conseiller de, to advise, and se servir de, to make us off. So, if a friend asks you, tu veux aller voir un film? Do you want to go see a film? But you're not really in the mood. You can respond, je n'en ai pas envie. I don't feel like it. The third way you can use en is as a preposition to describe something. For example, une veste en cuir is a leather jacket. Literally, this is une veste, a jacket, en cuir, in leather. Here, en is used to describe what the noun, in this case, jacket, is made of. Another example would be if you ask a shop clerk at a clothing store the question, est-ce que vous avez cette veste en bleu? Which means, do you have this jacket in blue? In this example, en is used to describe the color of the jacket. That's it for now. I hope that makes more sense now. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below and I try to answer them. À bientôt!
Welcome back, watchers! This week we are going to talk about 10 reasons to learn French. I don't know them either, so let's discover them together. Let's go! C'est une langue magnifique. It's a beautiful language. Ouh, ah. Oh, le français est une langue magnifique. It sounds so poetic and artsy, doesn't it? J'adore apprendre les langues, tout simplement. I just love learning languages. That's true. And French can be quite a challenge, so yeah, try it. J'adore la culture et les gens qui parlent la langue. I love the culture and the people who speak the language. French culture is really rich and old and French people are quite unique, so let's discover them together with the French language. J'aimerais comprendre mes chansons, films et émissions de télévision préférées. I want to understand my favorite songs, movies and TV shows. Yeah, French television can be quite funny and a lot of the jokes are made out of puns. So if you understand the French language, you can really enjoy them more than just with subtitles. So in the evening, we have a lot of French TV series or French news with newscasters that are really satirical and are quite funny to watch. So maybe try those. Ma famille vient d'un endroit où l'on parle la langue. My family comes from a place where the language is spoken. Somehow you move to some places and you want to learn the origin of your language. It's nice to be speaking two languages. La langue est utile pour mon travail. The language is useful for my job. La langue est utile pour mon travail. The language is useful for my job. So yeah, again, if you're planning to work in France, a lot of people don't speak English or in the workplace, you really need to speak French. C'est mon passe-temps. It's my hobby. It's a nice hobby to learn languages. And yeah, again, if you're looking for a challenge, French may be a right place to start because you can still read it, but speaking it is quite difficult. Enjoy your French hobby with me and learn a lot of French with French Pod 101. Cela fait partie de mes études universitaires. It's part of my university studies. So if you're studying, don't forget to watch a lot of series without the subtitles and a lot of books or newspapers, magazines, and watch a lot of TV to get the pronunciation right. J'apprends la langue pour impressionner quelqu'un. I'm learning the language to impress someone. J'apprends la langue pour impressionner quelqu'un. I'm learning the language to impress someone. I want to impress you by speaking French. Why not? I would be really impressed if someone not native French could speak French properly because it's really hard. Who do you want to impress with French? Is it a girl or a boy? Parce que j'aime la nourriture. Because I like the food. Parce que j'aime la nourriture française. Because I love French food. And you want to read them on the menu properly and order them in French by yourself and enjoy all the delicious food France has to offer. That would be a nice reason. This is a reason to learn French. Tarte au citron. Tastes so lemony. And the dough is super good too, it's crunchy. Have a little bite of French. Yum, 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 yum. So that's all for this week. We'll see you next time and don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and check the website for more French. See you!
Hi everybody, Candice here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher, where I answer your most common French questions. The question for this lesson is, what are the main differences between written and spoken French? Written French and spoken French can seem completely different. A lot of grammar is relaxed in spoken French, so sometimes you might have trouble recognizing a phrase even if you already know it. For instance, abbreviations are extremely common in spoken French. It goes beyond dropping the E of je in front of vowels such as j'ai, which is I have, or l'année, which is the year. Among the most common spoken abbreviation is t'es for tu es, which means you are. So instead of tu es jolie for you're cute, you hear t'es jolie. Similarly, tu as, you have, is often shortened to ta. Another common omission is the ne in negative sentences. In writing, the correct way to say I have no money is je n'ai pas d'argent. In casual spoken French, you can just say j'ai pas d'argent. Here's another example. Ce n'est pas grave means no problem or it's not a big deal. Spoken, we usually say c'est pas grave. When people talk quickly, it can even sound like c'est pas grave, so you might not even hear the c'est. One more example is je ne peux pas, meaning I can't, can become je peux pas, but we can make it shorter and more casual by dropping the e, je peux pas. Some grammatical structures are more common in spoken French too. For instance, questions are usually shorter and more direct. Instead of saying the full qu'est-ce que tu as fait for what did you do, you probably hear t'as fait quoi, which literally translates to you did what? Another common spoken sentence structure is adding a pronoun at the beginning for emphasis. For example, if you want to emphasize your personal opinion, you could say moi je pense, literally that means me, I think. In English, it's something like as for me. Here's another example. If you're talking about your family's plans for the weekend, you can add nous for emphasis. Nous allons à la plage. Us, or us for us, we're going to the beach. There we go! I hope that clears things up. In another lesson, we'll go over le verlan, which is a form of French spoken slang. If you have other questions, please leave them in the comments and I try to answer them. À bientôt!
Hi watchers! Today we are going to learn to respond to the question, how are you? So if anyone is asking you how you're doing or how are you, here are some answers you can give them. Let's start. First one is, je vais bien, I'm fine. How are you in French is comment vas-tu? Comment vas-tu? Je vais bien. So how are you? Oh, I'm fine. J'ai sommeil, I'm sleepy. Comment vas-tu? Ah, j'ai sommeil. Sommeil. So how are you today? Ah, I'm sleepy. J'ai trop travaillé hier et maintenant j'ai sommeil. I worked too hard yesterday and now I'm sleepy. Je suis fatiguée. I'm tired. Je n'ai pas beaucoup dormi hier soir et maintenant je suis fatiguée. I didn't sleep well last night and now I'm tired. Mew, twice. Je pète la forme. I'm great. Je pète la forme. Ah! This is literally it means I break the shape. Whereas when you are super great and in super strong shape and feeling amazing. Woo! Comment ça va? Ça va super! So how are you doing? I'm great! Or I'm doing awesome! Je me sens mal. I'm feeling bad. So, for example, when you ate something bad and then you say, I ate something weird and now I'm feeling bad. J'ai mangé quelque chose de mauvais et maintenant je me sens mal. When you are feeling dizzy, it also works. Ça va pas mal. I'm not bad. It's when you are doing so-so. Like, how are you doing? Ah, ça va pas mal. mean, I'm not doing well, but I'm not going too bad, so meh. Et vous? And you? So if you want to be more casual with someone, you can ask et toi? And you? So, oh, comment ça va? Ça va bien, et toi? How are you doing? I'm fine, and you? Merci d'avoir demandé. Thank you for asking. So, comment ça va? Ah, ça va pas mal, merci d'avoir demandé. Ah, how are you doing? Ah, it's not bad, thank you for asking. Well, it's a polite way to end the conversation, maybe. Instead of going, ah, how are you doing? Fine, and you? Fine, and you? Fine, and you? Comment allez-vous ces derniers temps? How have you been doing recently? This is also quite formal. You can hear a lot of old people asking this way. So, oh, comment allez-vous ces derniers temps? How have you been recently? Ah! Je suis triste. I'm feeling sad. Mon chat vient de mourir et je me sens triste. My cat just died and I'm feeling sad. And then you get a good pat on the back and you can ask for cake. That would be nice. I like asking for cake when I'm sad. Chocolate ones. I like chocolate. So that's it for this week, watchers. So tell me, how are you feeling in the comments? And don't forget to check FrenchPod 101 for more lessons. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye. No, everyone tells me it's not house, a house. And I just cannot do it. So, how are you? Chocolate cake, chocolate cake. So welcome back, watchers. So this time we're going to talk about 10 phrases you never want to hear. Last time we did the one you wanted to hear. And this time, let's be negative. Ce n'est pas toi, c'est moi. It's not you, it's me. Ce n'est pas toi, c'est moi. It's not you, it's me. Usually I'm the one saying that and I'm saying it's not me, it's you. And yes, I mean it this way. Désolé, j'avais oublié. Sorry, I forgot. Désolé, j'avais oublié. Sorry, I forgot. Punch them in the face. When you are phoning someone, you're like, hey, where are you? Ah, désolé, j'avais oublié. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Whoopsie! Il faut qu'on parle. We need to talk. Il faut qu'on parle. We need to talk. This one is scary. You really don't want to hear that. What did I do again? Don't worry about it too much. There was this famous French commercial that goes, Il faut qu'on parle. We need to talk. My body is growing. Like, mon corps est en pleine croissance. It was an advertising for water for children because they need to drink more water. And the kids were like, Il faut qu'on parle. Je n'ai pas tes sous aujourd'hui. I don't have your money today. Je n'ai pas tes sous aujourd'hui. I don't have your money today. Dude! If I lend you money, I expect it back. Je te l'avais dit. I told you so. Je te l'avais dit. I told you so. This is a sentence I like saying, but I don't like hearing it if it's for me. I told you so. I know, it's okay. Merci pour votre CV. Cependant, le poste a été pourvu. Thank you for your resume. However, the position has been filled. Merci pour votre CV. Cependant, le poste a été pourvu. Thank you for your resume. However, the position has been filled. So yeah, sorry you've been rejected. Happens. Nous devrions voir d'autres personnes. We should see other people. Nous devrions voir d'autres personnes. We should see other people. Come on, you got eyes. You see other people all around you. We don't need that. Do we? Do we? So does it mean it's over? Tu as pris du poids récemment? Have you gained weight recently? Tu as pris du poids récemment? Have you gained weight recently? Mean! I work out every day, but if I hear this, I work out more. Tu as un cheveu blanc. You have a gray hair. Tu as un cheveu blanc. You have a gray hair. Gray is gris and cheveux blanc is actually white hair. It hurts the same. Yeah, I'm getting older. I see your gray hair, I'm like, pluck. So no one will ever tell me this. So sad. Vous êtes renvoyé. You're fired. Vous êtes renvoyé. You are fired. Yeah, I guess if you don't have another job or other ideas to work on, this can be a bummer. And then you go back to the sentence, I'm sorry, the position has been filled. So it's the end for this week. Don't forget to subscribe and tell us in the comment what you wouldn't really want to hear. See you next time!